Howdy, everybody. Good morning. Yeah. I mean, who's not ready for some Rogue Trader after that excitement? I love Mariachi El Bronx. They're so good. We are back after our successful prologue adventure. It is time to dive into Chapter 1 and begin the process of rebuilding our crew and finding a navigator here so that we can actually leave this system. So, as anybody remembers, hopefully, we left off having just finished our briefing, and we are now on the bridge, ready to go.
Lord Captain. A noble aspiration, Lord Captain. I am ready to acquaint you with all the particulars that interest you.
Let's see what's going on in the Coronos Expanse.
This is a topic for an official briefing, not a casual conversation.
Chill out, dude.
I will try to answer succinctly. And if you permit, in my own words. The Coronos Expanse is considerably removed from the heart of the Imperium. This means that local warp routes become useless within months. Established pathways are regularly subject to attacks from all kinds of rabble. And in the only major port, the Imperium's frigates find themselves moored alongside pirate vessels.
Okay.
Until recently, the Coronos Expanse could hardly have been called a region of the Imperium. The situation has changed with the arrival of the Lord Inquisitor, but not by much. This place operates under its own rules, you see. More radical, so to speak. But ones that allow for a non-standard approach where there is a promise of victory. The Coronos Expanse is considered rogue trader territory for a reason. Only rogue traders have sufficient military might, audacity, and the rights granted them by the warrant to survive the leap into the unexplored part of the Expanse, and in the event of a successful outcome, to hold on to whatever they manage to capture on the frontier. In the first instance, you should treat official representatives of the Imperium with respect. The Expanse may be on the fringes, but it still numbers among the territories of the Golden Throne. The arrival of the Lord Inquisitor has turned the Coronos Expanse into a less wild and uncontrolled region, to the regret of some individuals who had grown inured to the local lawlessness. Rogue traders such as yourself are also servants of the Imperium. They have been accorded special rights and powers. They wield immense authority within their territory, and they enjoy absolute respect in other parts of the Expanse. The most powerful of them are Kalagos Winterscale and Incendia Bastal Chorda. Tread carefully when dealing with either of them.
Okay.
If we are to speak of unclaimed territory, which is what Footfall is, among the scum that dwells on that handful of asteroids, there are 3 factions that wield considerable influence in the sector. The first is the Kazbala Commission, organized crime in its most primitive form. It holds sway over the Liege of Footfall and has links to rogue trader Winterscale. The second faction is an offshoot of our shining ecclesiarchy, followers of St. Drusus. They are actively building their forces and hold influence over rogue trader Chorda. And finally, the third faction, the Explorators, a wing of the Adeptus Mechanicus. They are willing to die and kill for the secrets of the ancient technological heresies that are hidden among the stars of the Coronos Expanse.
They sound
As you
fun.
wish, Lord Captain. Lord Captain.
Careful with that stick up your butt. All right, so there's the prison planetoid. There's the novice nobilite, which is I think where you get your navigator, and the planet. spirit. So we're going to start on the planet. Core Master Zachary Wise is asking to speak to you via private channel. Greetings, your lordship. I can report that the choir is listening tirelessly to the Immaterium in hopes of picking up voices from the dynasty's ships and worlds. However, we have heard something horrifying instead. Amid the Immaterium's tumult, something is screaming. The scream is driving your choir mad. Until it stops, we have no hope of contacting any of the dynasty's worlds. It's coming from the Rykod system's astropathic station. What is the nature of this scream? We do not know, your lordship, but it has brought the Immaterium to a boil. It has always been a violent, roaring ocean that could spell doom to anyone who considers stepping into the waters. However, it has become a cradle of madness where expelled images fuse together, twisting and cackling before crashing into the minds of all who perceive it. A mighty warp storm, the likes of which I cannot recall, rages in the Empyrean, and it fills me with terror. If it stops, can we fix it, basically? Yeah, we hope so, your lordship. Perhaps we will manage to send a call to aid to the Von Valencius worlds or one of the dynasty's allies. You're going to pay that station a visit. Thank you, lordship. All right, let's head there first. Deal with the screams. Is dead ahead of the voice ship. It is motionless, and there is lifeless silence across its box frequencies. The lights are out. Even those who have no warp sensitivity can feel the presence of death. It is here lurking in the shadows. All this makes reading the reports of the ship's astropaths who claim to be hearing the insistent ghostly howl emanating from the station all the more disturbing. All right, let's start out. No response. Perhaps there's no one left who could respond. All right. Scouting team. The enforcers offered their prayers and proceeded to enter the uncanny station. They saw inside was monstrous astropaths upon their thrones, not quite here and not quite now, smudged, as it were, across time. Servants reliving their horrible deaths again and again, only to be reborn out of the ashes and blood into more agony a moment later. The warp manifested itself here, twisting the very nature of existence. That sounds wholly unpleasant. The main hall was covered in a crust of psychic ice. A green-robed blind man, that motionless upon a tall throne, is quite literally embedded in the ice, yet he was still alive and screaming. All right, send our guy over there. Master Wise boarded the station in person, proceeded to the choir's hall. He stood silently for hours in front of the man in frozen ice and held a telepathic conversation with him. Then Master Wise offered a prayer to the God Emperor, and the unfortunate man passed away. Upon returning to the ship, Wise reverently presented the Lord Captain with a grim trophy, the late Core Master's amulet, taken from his frozen body after his death. The psychic shriek carrying across the Immaterium has been silenced, but this has brought the crew no relief. The chilling realization came to the astropaths when they discovered that the cry was masking a different sound, one even more terrifying and surreal. It was the melody of cataclysm, born from a warp storm of titanic power, so intense that the entire expanse must be able to hear it. It muffles astropathic messages and crawls into slackers' minds, evoking everywhere the image of a dark, gaping, beastly mouth cleaving the universe in two. Sounds like the rift split. Now the mad choir master has finally stopped screaming. The song of the Interior has reached into the rogue trader's voice ship too. Burn everything. Give them their rest. Hey, it's Ella Blaze. Welcome back. Going good. How are you? Welcome back to the streams. Good to see you again. Just started into chapter 1 here on Rogue Trader. We're moving around the system. As the ship makes its way through the star system, a strange fatigue falls over you. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the quill you have been using to draw up yet another order falls from your hand. I think you're my first return chatter. I appreciate it. I'm very good. Wednesdays are kind of crazy, so I took Wednesday off, but I am back today, and I'll be back tomorrow for sure. Raise your head to the start, and someone else is here in your study. You stand up and stare at dozens upon dozens of corpses surrounding you. Among their number, you recognize the disfigured and bloody faces of those who have died on the ship's bridge and those you met in your previous life. How is this possible? Where are the enforcers posted to stand guard? It matters not. You are alone against a horde of heretics risen from darkness to take your life. As if of its own accord, the shard lying on the edge of the desk, the sole remnant of Conrad Votvir's weapon, slips into your hand. The metal is searing cold. The dead sway from side to side, closing in around you in a nightmarishly slow advance. The dead remain deaf to your words, creeping ever closer with the inevitability of death itself. Belated, you realize that your trembling hand has found the shard when its razor-sharp edge cuts into your palm. Ouch. Yeah, I'm hoping that OBS behaves itself today, too. It was very annoying having the stream turn off and on, I think, 4 or 5 times in the course of that on Tuesday. Not enjoyable. Not enjoyable at all. An unbearably bright light floods everything around, and you find yourself surrounded by groveling minions, their bodies shivering in your mere presence. Your hands no longer hold a pitiful shard, but a majestic and intricate weapon. A skillfully crafted sword with a strange unnerving proportions, a curved design, and an unusually hilt, adorned with an image of a closed eye. The eye opens wide, revealing a gaze so ancient and dark that it steals your breath away. You have felt the gaze before there on the bridge, and the path appears to your mind that only confirms your guess. The tapestry is woven, the path is chosen, accept your fate, champion. Never. Your body refuses to obey your mind. The handle feels as if it has become one with your hands, and the gaze of the demonic eye sets your very soul ablaze. Resisting your fate is futile, it says. You scream as you feel your soul burn away to ash. And you awaken from the vision kneeling next to your desk, clothes drenched in sweat. With a sour taste on your tongue, your head is ringing, and you struggle to recall those faces and images of the sword in your hand. Only the deep cut on your palm and the bloodied shard lying on the floor remind you of what just transpired. You would rather die than touch that thing again, so you reach your shaking hand for your Vox and call for your servitor. Now you just have to wait for the mindless automaton to arrive and pick up the cursed artifact and head for the nearest airlock to be claimed by the void. And we leveled up. Bear with me a second. Need to bring up my stuff. Okay. Hope things have been going well for you, Ella. Is it? Am I saying it right? Ella Blaze? Aya Blaze? I can barely speak English, let alone anything that involves letters being put together that normally don't get put together in my broken form of speaking and writing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're on level 5. Ballistic skill. Anytime an ability or talent uses the fellowship bonus, a voidborn character can instead use the intelligent bonus if it's higher. Always upgrade intelligence even if their archetype does not allow it. High is my... Intelligence is 40, fellowship is 40. So they're the same right now. That really helped me? Huh. Don't know if that really helps me necessarily. Just blaze, that works. I will do that. All right. Second, I got to go through and level up my characters here. Pardon, skill. Perfect. Their damage effect increase +1 until the next. Okay, yeah, Endure, I use that a lot, so that makes sense. And Operator. Second sight. Psyker powers have a range of 2 cells. Ooh, cool. Extendo vision. And for now, Argenta, ballistic skill, and rapid reload. Awesome. All right. Let's see. Look at what's over here. This goes back to, oh, look, my bathtub. Well, I am covered in sweat, so I mean, we might as well perform my ablutions. Look at these guys, man. Producing all this food. I'm a powerful man. Sitting in my tub while they make me food and drink. Truly an experience worthy of a rogue trader. All right. Enough of this nonsense. Let's get to work. We have a crew to rebuild. And to do that, we must go to Rykad Minorts. Civilized world. No extractum currently. To the starport with my gang. And of course, it's chaos. And they're shooting at us. Why are you shooting at us? Not nice. The starport greets you with a din of ordnance and the smell of explosives tickle your nostril. That doesn't sound very pleasant. If it's difficult to tell through the smoke who is firing at whom. On the cracked rockcrete and bent plasteel, you notice a man in a warden's uniform. He stares at gleaming gold of your shuttle in surprise. Did the governor send his personal guards? No matter. What are you standing there for, meat? Are you waiting for the rebels to blast your bucket again? For good measure, the skies over the capital are blocked by enemy fire. All aerial traffic has been halted. What pests gave you clearance to deploy? Ha, by all saints. I am Sergeant Malgar, and you lot report to me now. Straighten yourselves and drag out your arses after me. I'll map out a defense sector for you. By the end of his tirade, the sergeant's voice goes quieter as he focuses on your expensive gear. Unsurprisingly, Adelbard turns purple. By the Holy Throne, what is this mess? You're in a rough spot, old man. Go easy on them. The mixture of awe and terror, he snaps to attention, raises his freshly cut chin like an exemplary soldier and barks, "My mistake, sir," at once. Starport is under the control of the government's wardens. Perimeter commander is Sergeant. And a frag grenade explodes, cutting out the rest of his words. Shrapnel flies everywhere with a piercing screech. One of the soldiers falls to the ground, clutching the remains of his forearm that is now adorned in crimson tatters. How's the weather on here today? It's cold. we're going to get it this weekend. We're supposed to have snow all day Saturday, and it's going to be below freezing for like 2 days, like Saturday, some point, all the way to Monday morning. So we're stocking up here. We got firewood and all that fun stuff, and it'll be a cold weekend. But that shouldn't start for until Saturday morning at some point. So right now it's what, in the 40s, I think? About 40 degrees, so not too bad here. But I live in Texas, so for Texas, it's 40 is cold. We all have thin blood because it gets so darn hot here all the time. Unrest, sir. Armed rebellions in both the capital and the provinces. First the lower levels sparked, and then it went up the spires. They hit the Vox hubs, the arsenals, and the mag train stations. My unit was here when it all went to the Groxes. The tech priest linked to the satellites reported sightings of strange void ships in the system. They were orbiting the star until one of them set course on a landing on Rykad Majoris. The government took precautionary measures in order to increase security at Keys facilities. Everyone knows whenever something's not right, you better double the warden details. The alarm was raised, and we were sent to secure the starport. It's the only reason we were able to hold it. There's fighting in the capital, but we're holding strong, giving no quarter to the rebels. The Emperor protects. He's brimming with a daring confidence. What caused this rebellion? Ill thoughts. We've fallen on hard times. The ground keeps shaking. Things keep exploding. The people are scared. They've forgotten about their duty. And that's when these Emperor, forgive me, preachers came. They started riling everybody up. Sure enough, we shot a few, but they just kept coming, more and more of them. I live to serve. Sergeant astonished he only barks out mandated words of gratitude after non-mandated lengthy pause. We won't fail. We won't forget. We'll be praying to the Emperor for you, your lordship, sir. You happen to know if a member of the Inquisition has come? I don't know, sir. There definitely haven't been any visitors like that on my watch. You have to inquire at the headquarters, your lordship, sir. I'm going to see the governor. If I may report, sir, as long as the rebels keep shooting their damned aircraft battery, there's absolutely no way for the shuttle you, the governor. I'll have to be on foot. And the streets are dangerous. I have no one to send with you as an escort. I've assigned all available troops to accompany the esteemed expert. Yes, I will take a look, Blaze, for sure. Hold the line. You are a good soldier, but you've got a lot of blood on your hands, both you and yours, you know. The same one that salutes you now might falter in darkness. Rank and epaulets won't save you from the bitterness. Oh, she's pleasant as always. Pardon me, my lady, but I can't get my head around these fancy words you're saying. I've seen plenty of blood, but trust me, I'll fight till my last drop. The sergeant shakes his head in disappointment. Oh, if only Sergeant Davian of Tertium was here. He may have completely lost his marbles, but I'd let him accompany you. You could have walked all the way to the governor's palace without any harm befalling you. Who was that? One of ours, a veteran. No idea how he wound up here. The man's from Atoma Prime, the other end of the galaxy. Silent chap, crazy eyes, but you should see him slay the enemies of humanity. Unlike him. The sergeant cast a glance somewhere past the starport. When it started, he went missing in the street somewhere. Worse news for the rebels, though. He's an absolute beast in close quarters combat. All right, we'll kiss his ass a little bit. So rumors. On your travel, you may hear rumors. Many of them deserving road raiders' attention are logged in a separate part of the journal. All right. Powerful man who plays a pivotal role in the fate and the unidentified void ship are my current rumors. Today was really rough for you. What happened? I'm sorry.
May his light harden our...
Out of you! I will take you down!
All right, what have I got around? I got a bunch of guys over here, a bunch of guys over there. Place him here. We'll move Babylard up here because that's his job. Move move her here, and I'll move Argenta up, and she's way behind, just right there. Oh, your headphones! No, I'm sorry. That is the worst. Every time I drop mine, which I try not to, I have a mild little panic moment of like, oh my god, are they gonna break? You have an old backup set or anything that you can use?
Who if not me? I'll see to it personally.
Here we go.
As he promptly kills his own men.
Let's make it
Haha, that's funny.
I'm here, maggots.
I've suffered worse.
My prescience has failed me. Cover me. Was that you? Or...
Just sitting and bam, something broke. I ordered a new one. It'll take 3 days to get here. Oh, I'm sorry. I am sorry, Blaze. That stinks. Looking forward to seeing you stream. I want to check it out. This is why humanity needs to invent like teleportation or like, you know, Star Trek like beaming places. So then people who have extra headphones can be like, hey, here, let me beam you headphones. So you can use these until the better ones get there. When you have like hang around extra ones like I do. That my son hasn't broken yet. Give him time though. He'll get to all of them. Only a matter of time. I'm sorry. I hope the day gets better.
Hold on.
Y'all are doing my work for me. I really appreciate you just blowing up your own dudes. Makes my work so much easier.
I'll do it. Can escape the Emperor's judgment.
All right, Abelard.
Careful now.
Kill yourself. I don't think we can get to anybody.
Indeed.
We can move him this way. You're welcome.
Scared yet?
I will do my best to be entertaining to make your day more enjoyable.
Weather the storm.
It's as good as done. I'll make it happen.
Blessed be the hand of the healer.
Then we're gonna shoot at this guy.
You never stood a chance.
Let's make it quick.
I will endure.
Out of my way.
From the ashes.
Stop hurting Argenta. Bastages.
No can do. Not the scryer's job. On it. Farewell.
Gonna move her back into
I
cover.
will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
I don't think I can shoot at him.
This is unacceptable.
Fine, we're gonna hang out here. Abelard, you need to move this way.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. It will be done.
Onward!
Don't
Myself
let your guard
here.
down.
Cool. That'll help cheer you up.
I won't compromise my principles.
Hanging out with friends is always a good way to
I'll see to it
cheer things
personally.
up a little bit when you've had a lousy start to the day. Hopefully it helps.
At your beck and call. No matter the cost. It will be done. Indeed. An exemplary strike.
I like that ability. Nothing quite like getting so many.
I won't stand for it.
They who discern the future on the battlefield.
We can probably finish this guy off. Yep.
Keep your wits about you.
All right, gotta go through these guns. Shock batons. Take one of those. Let's take some of these. They may be useful. Shotgun, shotgun. Crappy las gun. All right, so right now, armored body glove. I can put an armored carapace on. Increases my dodge. Reduces damage. This is less dodge. I'll go with this one. Me. Abelard, he's in good shape with his. He's got the body glove on. 25, 75. Let's increase. I'd rather have a little less armor on her and have better dodge penalty. That on the Psyker. Is this better than his chainsword? So 7, 9, 10. Better parry. That is a second. Pink. Last pistol. Better rate of fire, better range, more ammo. is line on her.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
More guys. Of course.
You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none.
Show them no mercy.
Abelard up here.
Rejoice in battle! Faith without deed is worthless. The enemies of the Emperor will be undone! I'll do it. Each strike is a prayer.
But of course, what an unfortunate turn of fate.
That worked well.
Will do.
Hold on.
Not there.
Just a minor setback.
Please, by all means, kill all your own people. It makes my life easier.
I am ready for whatever comes. On it.
As the Emperor commands, eradicated.
I'll see to it personally.
40, 40, 40, 40. Yeah, 40 is pretty much across the board.
Let's
Kind of figured I might. But I'm getting all the assists from these guys.
Here we go. Let's make it quick.
I will do my duty. Victory is imminent.
Let's get to it.
Time to slaughter someone.
Doubt is for the weak.
There is movement in the Empyrean. Anything else? Be gone.
Two exploits. Two removes.
Was that you? Or
on my way.
Who, if not me? I'll make it happen.
I'll do it.
I refuse. It's as good as done. Accept your lot.
All right.
At your beck and call. Indeed. One fewer target. At your beck and call.
Hold on. You want some more?
I will do my duty. Victory is imminent.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
What is this foreboding? On it. But of course.
Leave her to rot.
I've suffered worse.
What the hell? She turned into a plague bearer?
My gut tells me it's a bad idea. I won't compromise my principles.
I refuse. I'll do it. Doubt is for the weak. Guided by faith.
Here we go.
That seems mildly
Brace
annoying.
yourself, Avalon. Ugh, my ears are ringing. Indeed. It will be done.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. Faith without deeds is worthless.
Let's make it quick.
I took care of this one.
I don't need luck. I have strategy. I won't stand for it.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I am his will made manifest. I'll do it. For you, my Emperor! Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, none can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Oh, that was wholly unpleasant. We got through. Knives, body gloves. Take the boots. Everything else can go. Check the plate.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Duty prevails.
Where does this door go? Oh.
Let us not dawdle.
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treatise on Tactica Imperialis and weigh every step. Sometimes, though, you just fire your biggest cannon and save the day.
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
Death World Origin Armor. 20%. No dodge penalty. Seems a little better. Whenever they deal damage, they have a chance to gain 2 movement points. That on her, since I like to move her around more. Anything else in here worth looking at? Here's not. Back to the starport. Just let me know when you're back, Blaze. I took a look at your message and I wholeheartedly
Attention to
agree
detail is the key to success.
that I can explain kind of where I'm
And
at
at your service.
and why I'm at the place I'm at for the moment.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment. An expected result. Nothing's impossible for this old officer. Experience. Nothing matters more.
The round of improvements. All right. Pretty nice.
Is there money to be made?
Change is coming. The edge is nigh.
The blinded ones are harmless. No sense in shooting them and drawing attention.
Fire on the nearest target! Don't kill the tech priest! We need to take him alive!
Seems reasonably powerful.
May knowledge be thy fate. Let the cycle be discontinued.
The good old Mechanicum. A man dressed in crimson should not have survived an explosion like that. However, he is alive. You hear the wheezing of the respirator that covers half his face.
Not another step. Flee, for I am death.
By the throne! What is...
I identify you as a member of a high stratum belonging to Rogue Trader House von Valancius. I am detecting no need for confrontation.
Well, good.
The convoy received an order to meet you. It is no longer functional. Therefore, I propose that we continue to advance to the rendezvous point with the governor's soldiers. I identify as Magus Pascal Haneman of the priesthood of Mars. By the grace of the Omnissiah, I am currently assigned to the maintenance personnel of the station Altar Templum Calixis X-17. This was my doing.
The voices are being weird about him. They're saying garbled, conflicting things. Like they're talking about completely different people. But he's not a threat to you. Even if that's a bit hard to believe after all the fireworks.
The Omnissiah granted me a revelation. The spirit of this machine was dying, but it wished to perform a service, for such was its design. I sensed this and appealed to it. I do not know how I did it. I merely followed my intuition. The understanding granted by the Omnissiah was not permanent. It has left me. I came here to carry out a sacred mission. My mentor, Archmagus Amonat, summoned me, and I hastened to answer his call. But the rabble's unrest prevented our meeting, and I was on my way to Governor Medina to determine my mentor's current location. My escort was ordered by their commander to discontinue their movement and await to be merged with your group. Then, due to their incompetence, they let themselves be killed. It was an unacceptable complication to my task. Acknowledged. Predicting successful and mutually beneficial cooperation.
All right. Well, we got Pasquale on our team now. Get him leveled up. Go. Pretty crazy perception. All right. And let's check his armor and such. 20% dodge only, but he gets those bonuses for now. That's good. Work rifle. An Omnissiah axe. No reason to mess with that for the moment. Now, formation wise. Entire procession of cargo servers was destroyed in the gunfire. Not a single one of them attempted to flee.
I always keep my options open.
See, right there.
Ooh, goodies. Bolter. That's awesome. Like all those. Better bolter. A little less range of fire. But the damage is better. So we're going to give her that. And we found a consumable,
Always
which
keep
is
your
good.
eye on the price.
AIDS, gas cloud grenades. But you're whinging. I've seen Tech Priest do it twice. I once even brought a censor to him. Of course, I'll listen. Alert, profane violation of the algorithm. Ha 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 ha. Huh? Well, you've been melted.
Keep your wits about you. That's how it's done. I'll make an example out of you.
I'll bleed you dry.
Where do I want to go with him? Him here. Move him here. Kira, you can move right there. And Argenta can move up there. It's like, I think these turrets will help me, which is going to really make this life a little easier. All right, so Argenta's up first. Wiped out all of them.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart. Faith without deeds is worthless.
Let's get to it.
I've suffered worse. My place is at the fore. At your beck and call. Want to view a target? I will do my duty.
Let's get to it. I'm here, maggot.
High momentum.
I refuse. I'll see to it personally. Who, if not me?
As the Emperor commands, I act. Strike is a prayer.
Show me what you got.
Just a minor setback.
Ah!
Will do. I'm not so sure. Farewell.
Heavy is the tread of his faithful.
Well, that was reasonable.
Let us not dawdle.
Sin skin. All right, so agility 30, agility 30, agility 40.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Reach to the capital. Corpse's throat has been ripped open, seemingly by a glancing blow from a none too sharp blade. Young man in a planetary guard uniform looks pale and feverish gleam in his eyes. Your lordship at last, Private Camille Regius at your command. I was in the convoy the governor sent out to meet you. The convoy was ambushed by rebels. I'm the only survivor. Nevertheless, I'm ready to show you the way to command center where the governor is waiting. Best to failure ratio of combat completion for this military speaks of subpar efficiency. As a local rule to seek my friendly's aid in upgrading their troops to servitor mandibles. Okay. Look, cat. Love you. But you're right in the way. Not a lot to tell. We were taught that the ungrateful rabble often rebels against lawful authorities. For the past couple of years, we haven't been doing very well. Few major earthquakes in both hemispheres with lots of casualties and destruction. Then the tech priest tinkered with something they shouldn't have, and we have lost lives to a series of substation explosions. Then, on top of all that, there were the new taxes. The government needed to able to report to his lordship Caligos that the army's numbers and equipment supplied had increased as planned. Cat, I can sit here, but not on my keyboard. I gotta see. I beg of your lordship, I'm not implying anything. Why would I? I'm just telling you what has been happening. So about the rebellion where I was, well, there were rumors that there was something happening for a reason. The earthquake, the red rose problem, and then those weird prophets, no eyes, scratched them out themselves by the looks of it. But they kept going on about the final dawn, you know, the end of the world is near, repent, or you'll be doomed, that sort of thing. I don't know when they first began to appear, but they've definitely been out there for at least a year. Some caught and burned, of course, but heretic burnings aren't exactly rare. They catch someone every month. That's why nobody noticed the new ones for a while. But as soon as the rebellion started, there were hundreds of them coming out of the woodwork, wandering about and muttering away, and none of them had eyes. You'll see for yourself. There are plenty of them on this highway. So that's that. I can tell you you can't tell anymore if there's a rebellion just because of the taxes or disasters or if the end of the world is really coming. All right, enough. Yes, your lordship, the command center is a straight walk from the starport. The end of the upper way, not too far over here. We must proceed carefully and forbid we get ambushed again. Why are you biting my fingers? Stop it, Astro.
We should deal with this.
That's locked.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Get off my desk.
Attention to detail is the key to success. What advice do you seek?
My precious has failed me.
Nice walking, Abelard.
Keep your wits about you. Your arrogance will be your downfall. Crush them! I'll see to it personally. It's as good as done.
Scared yet?
At your beck and call. Reduced to dust. Indeed.
Damage to bulk.
Out my way!
Was that you? Or on it? No can do. Will do. Eradicated.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act. Each strike is a prayer.
Activate calculated fury algorithm. My vow is to serve. Request approved. Insignificant value. Cogitation failed. Running binary override.
Time to slaughter someone.
I'll make it happen. My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
Let's get to it.
Flesh is weak, yet iron knows no pain.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
I know what is to come. Be gone. But of course. Was it you? Or...
Rejoice in battle! Faith without deed, none can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Damage is negligible. Request approved. Let the cycle be discontinued.
Hold on.
Follow my lead.
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
It will be done.
Guided by faith! As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Advancing. The Omnissiah comprehends all.
Let's make some opportunities. I won't compromise my principles. I'll see to it personally.
High momentum.
I'll do it. I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. As the Emperor commands, I act. In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave. Doubt is for the weak.
Let's get to it.
I will do my duty. I took care of this one.
Soldier looks around a little dazed. He's pressing his hands on a fresh wound. How is this possible? Updating data catalog. The character tendency of the planetary defense forces of Rykab and Norris to run into ambushes is not a consequence of chance or negligence. Only be explained as some twisted variation of combat tactics. The phenomenon is depressing. What? No, I'm not a traitor. I never led my fellows into the line of fire. Never. Yeah, well, you're suspicious. There's always a chance at redemption.
I always have a backup plan.
We should deal with this. Look no further.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer. A disorganized rabble should not be capable of bringing down a world like Ryklad Minoris. Is the governor exerting every effort to restore order here? I am.
Mercy, but I will grant none.
Now just welcome to another battle.
As the Emperor commands, I act. That is not the Emperor's will. I'll do it. You The enemies of the Emperor will be undone! Faith without deeds, if none can escape the Emperor's judgment. I'll do it.
Explorators know one route. Forward. The scriptural prognosis is favorable. Running by Nerek outside.
Follow my lead.
I think I won't.
Don't let your guard down. I'll make it happen. I'll see to it personally. It's as good as done. On it.
Doubt is for the weak.
They who discern the future on the battlefield. Anything else? What an unfortunate turn of fate. On it.
Ah!
Will do.
Ah!
At your beck and call. Target well struck. Indeed. Reduced to dust.
Momentum.
We'll rule the stars themselves. A tactically sound approach. Victory is imminent. I will do my duty. An exemplary strike. One fewer target. At your beck and call.
I bring ruin.
Messiah condemns you.
Death to non-believers. Your end is near.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deeds is worthless.
Request approved. Insignificant value.
Break their morale. I won't stand for it. Your end was inevitable. Always
I'll
keep
make
your
an
eye on the
example
prize.
out of you.
Spare none of them!
My faith strengthens me. Here we go. Martyrdom is the reward.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
I'm here, maggot! Show me what you got!
I'll make it. Another enemy down. I'll see to it personally.
This is unacceptable.
Scared yet? Let's get to it.
Let's make it quick.
Nothing worse.
Let's get to it.
Time to slaughter someone.
Out of my way.
Let's get to it.
Hold on.
Even tortures don't fight like this!
But of course, that is not my destiny.
Indeed. It will be done. At your beck and call. I'd rather not. Victory is imminent.
Stay vigilant.
I will not. I'll do it.
I'm here, maggot.
Stop mocking me.
It's as good as done. Who, if not me?
Was farewell. I'm not so sure.
Here's my perfect moment.
Heavy is the tread of his faithful.
Show me what you've got.
Let's get to it. Flesh is weak, yet iron knows.
Scared yet?
Here we go. As the tactical imperative dictates. Vital functions successfully terminated. Running binary override.
There is movement in the Empyrean. Anything else? No can do. Will do.
Let's get to it.
My place is at the fore. I'm not interested. Reduced to dust! At your beck and call. It will be done.
Time to slaughter someone.
Weapon at the ready.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. Nothing escapes my sight. I refuse.
Let's get to it.
I'll make it happen.
Doubt is for the weak.
Taking calculated risk is in my second nature. Your end was inevitable. I refuse. My gut tells me it's a bad
I'm here,
idea.
maggot. Show me what you've got.
Let's make it quick.
Scared yet? Let's get to it.
Let's get to it. The scriptural prognos, the Omnisire condemns you. Request denied. Activating force mode sacrament. Request approved.
Be gone!
At your beck and call. I will do my duty.
Time to slaughter someone.
Follow my lead.
Rejoice in battle! I'll do it. That is not the Emperor. I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury!
I'll see to it personally.
Faith without deeds is worthless. I'll do it.
I won't compromise my principles.
Let's get to it!
My competencies are not that universal.
What is this foreboding?
Farewell.
I'm here, maggot.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. Attention to detail is the key to success.
Follow my lead.
Doubt is for the... I'll do it. Faith without deeds is worthless.
On it.
As the Emperor commands. Faith shields me.
Show me what you've got.
Advancing. Cogitation failed. Request denied.
That is not my destiny. Anything else?
At your beck and call, I took care of this one.
Guided by faith.
I'll see to it. You never stood a chance.
I'm at your service. An expected result. A nice little stroll.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
anti-aircraft barrier was certainly constructed a long time ago before the colonization of the world. Right. Got the aircraft battery shut down. Nice. The blast consumes the ancient weapon. The sky above is safe for flying again. Go us. There's stuff to do over here, so I don't want to go getting myself lost.
Is there money to be made?
Home of Determination. That seems pretty good for me. Sturdy shotgun. Okay. Leveling up to do. And eventually get an arc rifle I can use. That'll be good. Skill and fleet training. Pyromancy. And Pasquale.
I won't stand for it.
Fine, fine, Grumpy Guts.
I always keep my options open.
Over there!
We are the spearhead of the Imperium.
Operation
I
successful.
always have a backup plan.
Collect all that. On his journey across the world, caught in the throes of heretical insurgency, the Lord Captain accidentally witnessed an unholy rite that transpired in one of the maintenance rooms of the aqueduct. This abandoned nook turned out to be a heretics' gathering place for performing their grim and profane acts. A large group of rebels stood frozen in patient anticipation, all staring at the center of the room. No one moved. Only a murmur of hushed voices echoed against the wall. Rebels were unremarkable in appearance. They were dressed in shabby clothes and abject rabble, spoke in coarse voices and had repulsive faces. But what caught the Lord Captain's attention was this look of strange, almost sinister anticipation in their eyes. There was no gathering of loud blasphemers or bored idlers. Only occasionally would they exchange brief, unintelligible remarks. As they stood in a frozen circle, their gazes turned toward a hulking structure in the center of the room. Bulky power transformers, cogitators, crates, and voxcasters enormous mounted lens, undoubtedly imbued with power of archenemy and anyone caught in the corrupted light. As if commanded by a grim, unseen forces, the insurgents fell silent at once. In a single movement parted, a thick, sticky silence filled the room. Gaze returned to the metal structure when the lens on top of it, standing tall in the middle of a circle of melting candles, piles of books, and holy symbols drawn on the floor. The structure flashed a single sunray, illuminated it. A sound of bare feet broke the center silence, and a man emerged from deep shadows. Reeling, he entered the circle, placed on his knees in front of the enormous lens. And a second had passed before many rebel hands gripped the fallen man's shoulders and hair. Remember, comrade, the last sunray you behold will be yours only, shared with no one else. Your holy final dawn, bellowed a lone heretic's voice amid the silent crowd. By the doing of someone, the lens turned and focused its ray on the prisoner's eyes. The blinded man's harrowing scream shook the very walls of the place. And soon by the right, the rebels had yet to notice a stranger in their midst. The Lord's captain braced himself, and we're going to blow up the tanks.
You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none.
Let the blood flow.
God Emperor, move through me! Be the fire in my heart! I'll do it. Strike.
I'll make it happen. It's as good as done.
Rejoice in battle!
On it.
As the Emperor commands, none can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Such is the will of chaos. Name them! Make them bleed!
Will do. Not this Scryer's job. Anything else? On it.
Activate calculated fury algorithm. My vow is to serve.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. It will be done. At your beck and call. Indeed.
Out of my way! Be my great works, master!
Break their morale!
I am your doom!
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury! Doubt is for the weak.
Who if not me?
Faith without deeds is worthless. I'll do it.
My gut tells me it's a bad idea. I won't compromise my principles. I don't need luck. I have strategy. I'll make it happen. I refuse. You should feel honored to witness this.
As the Emperor commands, I act. None can escape the Emperor's... Speech is a prayer. Power resides in the will of the righteous. None can escape the Emperor's judgment. I'll do it.
I know what is to come. Will do.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. Insignificant value.
Just a minor setback.
A tactically sound approach.
Reduced to dust.
Death to the weak! My faith strengthens me!
Doubt is for the weak. The enemies of the Emperor will be undone! Strike is a prayer.
Your eye is drawn to the shards of the enormous lens scattered around the broken device. First, it troubles you, but suddenly the realization hits you. The glass shimmers in a unique way. Just the same way that the shards of the unknown broken object you found near Theodora's desk. The matter, Lord Captain, why are you so interested in... He trails off, he notices what you're looking at, and instantly makes the connection. By the Imperium Saints, it cannot be! You see it too. Whatever that thing is was in her study. It was made from the same material as this junk. What? What? Mistake, slander meant to blemish the good name of the person who is now dead and cannot even defend herself. First, those minions of the archenemy murdered the Lord Captain Theodora, and now this cannot be tolerated. It will not be tolerated. Come now, Abelard, remember what she was like. Brazen, assertive, it was like her entire life as a race against fate until fate caught up with her in the end. She would not have gone headfirst into a black hole if she had thought... She would have gone headfirst into a black hole if she thought it would put her even one step ahead of everyone else in the expanse. It could just find out... If we could just find out what was keeping in her what she was keeping in her desk, and why she went to get it during the attack. How bitter it is to know that you were born from bad blood, but do not let this knowledge drag you into darkness. Sister's words ring with a genuine, sincere hope that you are to be blessed with a worthier fate. She does not appear to be shocked by the news of Theodore's possible heresy. Life must be so easy for you with your sanctimonious preachers. A dubious trinket, and you no longer see a person. You see bad blood, an annoying hindrance. There is enough venom in Adira's voice to poison an entire regiment. Argenta recoils, but the next movement in her dark eyes ignite with fury. How dare you admonish me? We are speaking of abetting the arch enemy. A person who has tainted themselves thus can never justify their actions. Sure, why go through all the trouble of trying to make sense of anything when you can just label them a heretic and call it a day? Except, dear friend, I seem to remember that you didn't mind Theodora so much while you were aboard the ship. You didn't leave her side for a moment. She rescued you, aided you, and your adoration wilted the moment you heard an accusation sullying her memory. You weren't surprised or upset. You just gave up on her and moved on. I don't like her. I'm not excusing heresy. I just don't believe. I don't want to believe that Theodora would be involved in it. All the good she did can be so easily crossed out with a single word. Heavy leather armor. Warmonger boots.
Success is the only outcome I accept. Didn't flinch. Always keep your eye on the prize. This is intriguing. What do we have here?
The Emperor favors me today. Pay attention. Never doubt me. Sins hidden in the heart turn all to decay. See? Right there. Duty prevails. The Emperor favors me today.
The machine god grants me insight.
Rise to the top, or get left in
My
the dust.
Auspex has detected something.
Look no further. Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
What a peculiar thing.
Your seneschal is always there for you. Experience. Nothing matters more.
Ready for data input. This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality. Activating motive force reserves.
Message archive loads up. Judging by the accompanying notes, the messages are automatically transferred from paper to the sacred machine storage. The auras of the Arbinger aura. Let us be known that your prophesized hour is nigh, and faithful must triple their efforts. Those who stand in our way, so that you are an enemy. England von Valencia, ship into the system. As enemy to appear in a position of reds. Interesting. Yes, it looks like one of ours. All our squads use them. distinct on the cover.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Is there money to be made?
Data meditation is terminated.
Just as I planned.
We are the spearhead of the Imperium.
All right, gotta get all my leveling done. A little bit. Nice. Upper way.
I always keep my options open.
I am at your service. Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
I always have a backup plan. rise to the top or get left in the dust.
What advice do you seek?
Watching the lazy handle sacred technology breaks my heart. Figuratively speaking, my cardiovascular augmentation can withstand much more than high blood pressure.
To the western side. Ooh, they are BTs.
Arbitrators, secure perimeter. Formation 4755. Glato, heal.
The huge cyber mastiff immediately stops snarling in direction and goes quiet at Master's foot. His stillness punctuated only by thick gobbles of blood dripping from its metal fangs.
Dr. Exactin Solomon Antha of the Adeptus Arbates. State your name and the purpose of your stay on Rykadamanoris. So, Theodora von Valancius is dead. I will deliver this tragic news to Marshal Strax. I honor the pact your predecessor made with the Adeptus Arbates. I won't keep you any longer. Your predecessor made a formal alliance with us. She provided us with a headquarters on Dargonis and supported us in the collection and guarding of the Imperial Tithe on several occasions. We, in turn, assisted Lady Theodora in enforcing the law on the worlds under her control.
You know about the situation on this planet.
Only that the governor is failing in his responsibilities. This is a planet-wide rebellion, and it reeks of madness, or worse, of witchcraft. The rebels are blinding both themselves and others, and their ravens are the most insane and unholy thing I've ever heard. Fight our way to the local administratum palace and ascertain whether a fire or some other disaster hasn't destroyed the documents related to the investigation. I hope the clerks were smart enough to put the records before their lives. If the Emperor favors us, we will extract the data we need, or else interrogate the survivors before we pay a visit to the governor. The questions we have for him are beginning to pile up. Arbitrators, eliminate the surviving rebels. Now is not the best time for conversations. With target practice standing around like this. Unless you have more questions, I will proceed with my assignments. May the Emperor watch over us. That way, this meeting won't be our last.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
The Arbitrator's arrival was certainly a welcome sight. Hopefully they will help to put things back in order around here.
Some 10 people, children among, were huddling together in fear. The elder family members are doing what they can to calm the young. Several armed servants are watching the frightened yet unarmed hostages, but the watchers themselves look around nervously. Come to your senses, Earl. Look what you're doing to your own family. Take pity on us and let us go. Can't you see I'm trying to save you? The man clutches on his weapon tightly. Only Aurora can help us. Why can't you understand that? Who are you and what do you want? Their Aura's behest. Aura is the great prophet and a great warrior. Their faces shrouded, but the gaze pierces the veil of time and sees into the future. I always knew the governor's dogs were hiding the truth from us, and now the day has come. A prophet has come to Rykad Minoris and opened our eyes. The end of the world is coming, the final dawn, and only those who accept Aura's truth will survive it. Layperson, cognition is not your primary function. You are saving your kin by holding them at gunpoint and believe that burning their eyes will grant them sight. It is evident that the author of this demagogic teaching that confused you meant to make a mockery of your deplorable intellect. To cast your own children into this thrall of heresy, to drown your progeny in this filth with your own hands. I am the chief. My former name, Earl, is meaningless now. I am a father leading his family to deliverance from woes, to salvation. Or has opened my eyes to the truth, and my children will see it. Earl, spare us, spare your children. You've been torturing your own family. Those who lack faith cannot grasp the truth and will not be saved. The man is obstinate, but you sense that the confidence in his voice has diminished. But all I wanted was to save. The man drops his weapon, covers his face with his hands in desperation. You hear several short sobs. The old woman rises from her knees and approaches her husband. I know you were trying to save us, but there's still a way to set things right. The man gestures to the other surgeons and lowers their weapons. He shifts his gaze to you, trying to hold back tears. What happens to us now? I'm not here to kill. At the moment.
Do you see that?
Is there money to be made?
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment. We should deal with this. An expected result. Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
I always keep my options open.
Get through the command center, and I think it might be time to call it a stream. Talk to the governor.
They're scrabbling around, digging into my skull from the inside. It's like
I saw Rakiti Medina Corona, name, governor of the star system. Welcome to my temporary headquarters. The man gaze falls on Abelard. His nair is slightly sour. Worsarian? Governor Medina, my greetings. Did not see the convoy I sent to meet you. What happened? Did they fail to find and escort you? If so, I promise that the punishment will be swift and severe. Lordship, before we proceed in discussing the matters that are interest of you, there's a question I feel compelled to ask. It was only recently that Lady Theodora was head of House von Valencius. I have received no word of her demise. How is it you are now rogue traitor? My esteemed predecessor died. Rogue traitor von Valencius slain? Unthinkable. Please get my deepest and most sincerest condolences, your lordship. Do not hesitate to let me know how I might be able to help. I need fresh crew. Of course, your lordship, you'll be compensated for any losses, and I'll see to it personally your ship holds are filled with the finest goods from my personal reserves. Excellent, your lordship. A road trader has no use for leniency. I can offer you several thousand fine obedient servants. However, unsatisfied for me, I won't be able to until I've dealt with the uncertainty on the planet. I'm sure you won't have to wait long. The rabble will soon be duly punished for their heretical scheming. Prison colony. Himself. National. Well, this is negotiation you resorted to. With a weapon? No, but this could be your last. I'm heading to the monastery because I must. Is that clear? Your mother's too good a truth, abundantly so, Magos. Got that dog in him. In the name of Lex Imperialis, I, Proctor Solomorn Anthar, arrest you on suspicion of involvement in the theft of the shipment of Imperial tithe. Taking into account the state of emergency on this planet, I'll permit you to retain your authority under my direct supervision. From this time forth, we will give the Adeptus Arbiter your full cooperation, in particular by transferring command of the strike groups and other resources to me. Arrest me, transfer my resources. Your demands undermine my efforts to suppress the rebellion. Excuse me, Proctor, but this accusation of stealing the sacred tithe is simply... 9 guilt only adds to your suspicions against you, Governor. Now, let us go over everything one more time. The tithe was stolen from your world. You are culpable for this incident, whether you were personally involved or not. You will provide the resources I requested without objection, as this measure serves to reestablish control over the planet. Comply, or I will consider your refusal an obstruction in the investigation, and take steps accordingly. Seems I am left with no other option than to obey your will. As his law-abiding servant, I honor the word of the Lex Imperialis, unless his lordship has anything to say on this matter, that is. In that case, please accommodate yourself, Proctor, before I give you the access codes. I must. Give up a protracted self-exonerating statement. There's no need. All information required of you will be obtained during questioning. Without witnesses, Be your personal guard or the rogue trader. Just you, me, and Galito. This cybermassive lets out a heavy growl and sends a shiver down your spine. Stopping the heretics taking over the spaceport and other locations critical to the investigation. At the same time, we'll crush the heretics' resistance. Of the plan has long been in the making and the participation of external actors. It is alleged that 2 cycles ago, Aurora arrived in the Rycat system, the rumored unholy prophet of the insurgents. Subsequent ship movements can be attributed to weapon deliveries, but what is the nature of activity near Rycat? Government meetings must be drawn to. Satellite Majus Murph reports that Good Player 59 for the. Thank you for following. I appreciate it. Credit to the insurgents. I will take a look later when I get a chance. Good player.
I always have a backup plan. Let us not dawdle.
Go back to the ship temporarily. Heal up. A bunch of different decks complaining anomalous behaviors in the ship's cogitators and servitors. The machine spirits are restless and rebellious and now technically. Okay.
Rogue Trader.
I indeed have a request, Rogue Trader. The accursed servants of Chaos who assaulted this ship took the lives of your loyal crew members, and they orphaned many children, including the progeny of the brave officers who defended their posts until the bitter end. I don't know what customary practices there are for cases like this in Von Valancia's territory, but in the world I'm familiar with, the children of such brave souls could expect to receive some special consideration. Perhaps the Rogue Trader could meet with the orphans? I will pass on your instructions. Thank you for taking my request to heart.
Just throwing candy at him. I don't know. I tried to be nice. I hope I was nice. All right. So I think that is going to call it a stream. Let's save. All right. We made good progress today. We got some of the progress made on the planet. Added Pascal. Tomorrow we will go and look for a navigator. And see how long that takes and then go from there. Maybe get finished up in this system or make some more progress, but we're not in any hurry. But good stuff to be sure. So I want to thank everybody for watching. Appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate you chatting. Thanks for the new follow from Good Player 59. Appreciate it. And just a reminder, I am Inquisitor Penguin. You can find me here on Twitch, on YouTube. I am on Blue Sky, Instagram. The name's the same everywhere. Inquisitor Penguin, easy to find. Say hi, say hello. I'm always happy to chat and interact. If you're interested in potentially playing or co-playing or co-streaming or something like that, let me know. I do play Arc Raiders and several other games, so I am willing to figure out some options potentially to help us each other out, especially with small streamers like myself. Anything we can do to help each other out and grow would be fantastic. So until next time, everybody, enjoy your day. I hope you have a good day. I hope your day gets better if you're not having a good day. And until tomorrow morning around 8 a.m. Central Time, I will say farewell and take care of yourselves. I'll see you tomorrow. Penguin out.